Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to do my predictions for the 2024 Elimination Chamber match. So if that interests you, please continue watching the video. The Elimination Chamber this year takes place in Perth, Australia, and it comes on, okay, y'all, I'm bad with dates. Ooh, girl, I was about to say May. It is not May. It comes on this Saturday. February 20, I think it's the 24th, y'all. I don't even know why I'm trying to guess the date, but it comes on this Saturday, and it's going to be in Perth, Australia, and it only has 4 matches. Now in this video, I'm going to give you my predictions as far as winners. I'm going to tell you who's participating in the match. I'm going to tell you who might be the last 2, and then I'm also going to tell you who might be the first to get eliminated between the women's chamber and the men's chamber. And these ratings or predictions are going to be in no particular order because I don't know exactly how the matches are going to go. So I'm just going to start off with the first one that I wrote on my iPad, which is the women's chamber. So whoever wins in the women's chamber gets to go on to WrestleMania and face Rhea Bloody Ripley, which she will be in a match. We'll talk about that later on at Elimination Chamber in her home of Perth, Australia. And y'all, I think the winner is going to be super and easy. I think the winner is going to be Becky Lynch. It's no doubt in my mind that it won't be. They have built this story for Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley just to go head to head at WrestleMania. So I have no doubt in my mind that it will Becky Lynch. But the other contenders that we have in this year's 2024 Elimination Chamber Women's, we have Becky Lynch, of course. Ooh, my eye. Okay, we have Becky Lynch, of course. We have Liv Morgan. We have Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, Bianca Belair, and then a surprise, we have Raquel Rodriguez. She just came back last night at the Raw episode, and she won the Women's Battle Royal to compete to get the final spot in this year's Elimination Chamber. So congrats to her. I forgot about Raquel Rodriguez. And not because she's forgettable, but she's been out for like almost 8 months. I feel like her and Liv Morgan were out around the same time because they both got injured around the same time. And I think she had real life like issues going on too, personal issues and physical issues. But I forgot about Raquel Rodriguez because my mind was for her to come back at the Royal Rumble, but they saved her to win the Battle Royal. And I'm glad they did that because she got her own spotlight. But my God, if you have not been watching wrestling, please go watch Raquel Rodriguez. I didn't watch last night Raw's episode because I don't watch Raw until like Friday or whatever, but I had to look it up so I can give y'all this video to see who was in the last spot. But that girl is powerful. She matches Rhea Ripley power to power, like definitely. And it would have been a great match for them too, but I just think it's no way in my mind that Becky Lynch is not going to win, y'all. Like, it's just no way. Cause let's go through the list. Okay, Becky Lynch, I feel like she's going to win because they've built it up so much. Liv Morgan could be the other person to win if they don't want to go with Becky, but they have not built the story around Liv. When Liv came back, I thought they were going to build the story of her gunning straight after Rhea Ripley. I'm going to go attack you like you attacked me. I'm going to try to break your arm like you tried to break my arm. But they didn't do that. Liv Morgan literally just had her first match back on SmackDown last week. So I just don't think that's the direction they're going in because they haven't built up on it. And then Naomi just came back. And I just don't think they're gonna put a match between her and Rhea Ripley. Again, it's no build up. Tiffany Stratton, I love Tiffany Stratton. Tiffy time. I love Tiffany Stratton. She is one of my favorites on SmackDown right now. I love Tiffany Stratton, but I just don't think, again, it's no build up to the match, and she's still new. I don't think they would give her a WrestleMania main event, especially with Rhea freaking Bloody Ripley. And then you have Bianca Belair. I love Bianca Belair. Again, it's just no build up. I just don't think it's not enough build up, and nobody would really, I'm not going to say nobody really care, but again, WWE is not making a build up between Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. They're shooting again for Becky Lynch. Now with Raquel Rodriguez, I can see Raquel Rodriguez facing Rhea freaking Ripley, but again, Raquel just came back. It's no build up, so I just don't think that it would work that way. So all I see in my mind, y'all, all roads point back to Becky Lynch. Now I do think that the first person eliminated in the women's match, y'all, is gonna be Tiffany Stratton. I just think because she's a newbie, that since she's a rookie, that they're gonna eliminate her first. I don't see nobody else being eliminated first. Maybe if not Tiffany Stratton, it would be Naomi. because again, Naomi doesn't have that connection with Rhea Ripley for a build up. I do think the last two will be Becky Lynch and it will be Liv Morgan, because those two have the most connection with Rhea Ripley. Those two have the most connection with Rhea Ripley, if it makes sense. Becky Lynch, the feud, and then Liv Morgan with her breaking her arm. Those are the two women I do see being the last two. But then ultimately, I do think Becky Lynch will seal the deal with the manhandle slam and cast her spot to WrestleMania. And just to keep it on the women's side, the next match that will take place at Elimination Chamber is going to be for the Raw Women's Champion. And it's going to be Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley, y'all. And again, just like the Women's Elimination Chamber, it's no doubt in my mind that Rhea Ripley will retain her Raw Women's Champion. I just think that, again, they have this story build up where Rhea Ripley will main event and she will main event against Becky Lynch. Y'all gonna keep hearing me say that. It's because I think by now I'm kind of knowing what WWE is trying to do. Okay, they want Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch main event. I think I'm gonna go as far as say main event night 2 maybe, or night 1. I can't really think which night. But I think Rhea Ripley's gonna retain, and I don't think they would make her lose in freaking her home country of Perth, Australia, y'all. I just don't think they would. I do think it's gonna be a good match, though. I think it's gonna be one of those matches where you're gonna see Nia Jax dominate probably the whole time, but Rhea Ripley's gonna just keep getting back up and keep fighting, because she's this fighting champ and she can do it, and she's strong and she's powerful, and I think she's gonna keep getting up and fighting. And I think she's gonna end up just slamming Nia Jax and hitting her riptide, and I think she's gonna win. I just don't see Nia Jax winning. If a small fraction Nia Jax does win, then we'll have Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch, and that would be kind of a good match, because they still kind of have unfinished business. Becky Lynch still has never beat Nia Jax. She keeps getting knocked out by Nia Jax, so I can see WWE turn into that angle, but it won't be this time. I think that Rhea Ripley will retain in her home country of Australia. The next match that I have on my list is the Undisputed Tag Team Championships, held by Finn Balor and Damian Priest, part of Judgment Day, and they're going to be going against the British Strong Style of Tyler Bates and oh my god, Pete Dunne. I don't know how I forgot Pete Dunne, but I think honestly that and this is the match that I'm kind of torn with a little bit. I think the Judgment Day will retain, because I just don't see a story where they can go with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate going to WrestleMania and having a match with anybody. I just don't see it. I think that the Judgment Day will retain, Finn Balor and Damian Priest will retain, and I think that they will have a match at WrestleMania with DIY. It's just something in me, y'all. DIY will take these championships from the Judgment Day. I can feel it, y'all. I don't know why I keep going. Because first off, DIY is a great tag team. They're a great tag team. I just keep seeing them the ones that take this championship away from the Judgment Day. I don't see it being Tyler Bate or see it being Pete Dunne. And not to say nothing about their skills in the ring, y'all. Pete Dunne is amazing. The cracking of the fingers, the breaking of bones, he's amazing. Tyler Bate, big strong boy, amazing. They are one of the two best right now in British Strong Style that I've seen. So it's not their ability. I just don't think that's where WWE is heading. So I'm going to say that the Judgment Day again will retain, and DIY will face them at WrestleMania, and DIY will win. And after DIY wins, that will be the downfall, starting to be the downfall of the Judgment Day. I think that's what's gonna happen, y'all. I just see the Judgment Day retaining. I can't get over that. My other predictions for this match, y'all, I think the other members of the Judgment Day, JD McDonough and Dirty Dom, I think they will get involved. They will cheat. It's just, you have to know, they will cheat. And I do think that Pete Dunne will turn heel. I think if they lose, which they will, I think Pete Dunne is going to turn on Tyler Bate, because in one of the SmackDown episodes I was watching on Raw, I can't remember what brand they're on, they went to raise their hand up because they won, and Tyler Bate is trying to raise up Pete Dunne's hand, and Pete Dunne kind of snatches it away from him, and I kind of get that's his character, but I'm like, I always kept that in the back of my mind. So I think that Pete Dunne will turn heel at this Elimination Chamber, y'all, and I do think the Judgment Day will get involved. That's just my predictions of it. But I also think this match could be the contender of the match of the night. I just think with Damian Priest being so strong and powerful that he is, mixed with Finn Balor, who is a beast in the ring, so amazing, so athletic, so good. And then you have the British strong style of Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. I think it's going to be easily probably the match of the night. It might be, and I think it's going to be a lot of close calls. I think it's going to be a lot of close like pinfalls. I think it's going to be very entertaining because I think that Tyler Bate, oh, he's a future champion along down the road. He just gives a very entertaining match when you watch him because he's so, for his height and his stature, he picks people up, y'all. He spins around and he just does a bunch of tricks. And then when Pete Dunne breaking people's fingers, it's going to be a very entertaining match. The last match that I'm going to cover is going to be the men's elimination chamber, and whoever wins this elimination chamber will go on and face Seth freaking Rollins. Cue the music. Last time in my last video, y'all, I kept saying cue the music to Seth Rollins, and I was rushing to get the video up and edited, y'all. I didn't cue the music, but I'm hoping this video I will cue the music, y'all. I'm gonna remember to, but whoever wins will go on to face Seth freaking Rollins at WrestleMania, main event in WrestleMania. Yeah. So your participants in the men's elimination chamber, you have Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, and you have LA Knight. Yeah. Maybe I could cue his music. Okay, let me not get ahead of myself. I think we're just gonna focus on one cue music, and it's gonna go to Seth Rollins. We'll try LA Knight a different day, but LA Knight is the last person in the men's elimination chamber. As who I think will win, y'all, I went back and forth with this. I think the winner of this is kind of a no-brainer. It's going to be Drew McIntyre. I think it's going to be Drew McIntyre because, let me set y'all up for this. When I looked at the list of the names, again, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, LA Knight. I'm going to pick them one by one. LA Knight, I don't think he's ready yet. I think that LA Knight is not ready yet. What I think is going to happen is somehow the LA Knight and the Logan Paul feud is gonna start within this match, and then we'll finally get LA Knight versus Logan Paul, like I said, and LA Knight will take the championship from Logan Paul at WrestleMania. So I don't think it's LA Knight because I don't think he's ready to face Seth Rollins in a main event like that at WrestleMania, even though he's so good on the mic. He's so good. Yeah, I just don't think he's ready. Logan Paul, he already has a championship. I doubt they're gonna want us to see him versus Seth Rollins. I just don't think that's gonna happen. Kevin Owens, I just don't think that's the direction they're going with Kevin Owens. Randy Orton, I love Randy Orton. He's on my Mount Rushmore. He's a legend. He's a legend. But I just don't see him facing Seth Rollins. Like I just don't think. And then Bobby Lashley, come on, he's still trying to fight off, what's his name? I can't even remember his name, with the Last Testament. So I don't think it's the Final Testament. So I don't think it's Bobby Lashley because there's no chemistry there between him and Seth Rollins. I just think it goes back to Drew McIntyre because Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins have beef. And Drew McIntyre is on this heel run and he's dominating, y'all. Drew McIntyre is not one of them heels that cheat and just continues to cheat, and that's how he's thriving on top. No, Drew McIntyre can go toe-to-toe in the ring, okay? And I think Drew McIntyre is going to win this Elimination Chamber. I think he's going to beat Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. And then again, I think he's going to have this long heel run as a champion. And then I think CM Punk will come back. He will beat Drew McIntyre and then become finally again a World Heavyweight Champion. And I know that's a lot, y'all. That's probably a lot. Like, Shane, you're jumping around too much. This is how my brain works, y'all. So I do think Drew McIntyre will be your winner because all roads just lead back to him. Like, nobody else makes sense to go against Seth Rollins but Drew McIntyre, the one person that's been targeting Seth Rollins, that kind of that beat him up while he was injured, that has been really like going at him on the microphone. It has to be Drew McIntyre. It's no other person I think could be it but Drew McIntyre. I do think the first person eliminated will be like Logan Paul-ish. I just think because he's like kind of the rookie in this match. That's where my mind, but they could just swerve us and they could do it to where Logan Paul cheats again and he might knock out like Bobby Lashley or Kevin Owens, and he might eliminate one of them first by cheating, or he could just roll up Kevin Owens because they already have beef and he could just eliminate Kevin Owens first. I don't know, but my mind is going either Logan Paul or Kevin Owens will be the first to be eliminated, but more so is Logan Paul. I do think the last two people might be Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, because of course Drew McIntyre to me is gonna win, and I just think Randy Orton is such a legend. I just think it would be no right to put him first or second to be eliminated. You would have to have him finish it out, but I think Drew McIntyre will get the job done and will beat him. And then they had that showdown on, I think it was SmackDown last week or Raw, I can't remember, where Drew McIntyre came into the ring after Randy Orton won, and he kind of looked him up and down. So I think they will be the last two in this Elimination Chamber match. Now, the last segment on the Elimination Chamber is not really a match, but Grayson Waller, y'all, that's my Aussie impression. I'm trying to think of what else they say. Y'all, when I was back in quarantine, my sister got me hooked on to like Love Island, and what was the other one? I think it was Love Island, and they would be on there. I can't remember. If I can remember the saying, I'm gonna say it, but the last segment is gonna be Grayson Waller. So the Grayson Waller effect is gonna come on. Basically, the Grayson Waller effect is a talk show with Grayson Waller, and he's gonna have Cody Rhodes and he's gonna have Seth Rollins on there, and they're basically gonna talk about their matches at Elimination Chamber. And I think the Bloodline will come out. The Bloodline and The Rock, they're gonna come out, because honestly, we just don't want to see I love Cody Rhodes, I love Seth freaking Rollins. We know the Bloodline's gonna come out because Grayson Waller was talking to Paul Heyman the last episode of SmackDown, and I just think he was telling him, okay, we're gonna come out in the middle of your show. So I think that's gonna be entertaining. I do think a fight is gonna break out, because the last time Cody Rhodes saw The Rock hit him with one of those. I'm telling you, and it wasn't even one of those. The most disrespectful smacks to me is one that it's a quick one like that. Kind of, I'm not even gonna, it's kind of like one of those quick ones like that, because it's still like, dang, like you really got me. The last time he saw The Rock smack the taste out of his mouth. You think he gonna sit there and just not try to fight him back? So I think a fight is gonna break out, and I think maybe Seth Rollins will get involved. I don't know how seriously injured he is or whatever, but I just know, I don't know if they're gonna close the show with that. I don't know. I just can't wait to see it. Thank you for watching my video on my 2024 Elimination Chamber predictions. If you agree with them, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. And as always, bye!